Hugelkultur is a centuries-old gardening technique that can cut water use by 30 to 50% compared to traditional gardening. It is a technique that layers logs, branches, and organic debris and turns them into a self-sustaining, moisture-retaining garden bed. Over time, the layers decompose, creating a thriving ecosystem that mimics the forest floor. It holds water for weeks instead of days. A hugel bed needs 3 times less water than flatbed gardens and can reduce irrigation by a whopping 50% in dry climates. Let's go and meet Alan, who is making some hugel mounds. Okay, Alan, what are we doing here?
Here we're building a hugel mound, or compost trench, as it's also called. And basically, it's digging a hole of anywhere from 2 to 4 feet deep. This particular one's maybe about 12 to 18 inches. Filling it in with organic material, starting with larger branches on the bottom. And then we're going to put smaller material on top, including these wood chips that are here. Mixing in a little bit of soil to activate the microbiology in there. And then backfilling it with soil that we've taken out from the original trench. So we're going to build it up about 18 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these chips and fill in that empty space and actually add a little bit of soil. The idea of the soil is I'm adding the original microbiology that's in the soil, the fungus, the bacteria, all the things that are healthy within the soil. I'm adding those back into that trench, and they're going to help things decompose. I could add other things like leaves or small branches, herbaceous material, anything that will decompose I could put in here.
Any particular branches are preferable? Any particular tree branches are preferable, or any would do?
Any would do. It's preferable that it's very dry. If it's freshly cut branches that are moist, have a high water content, those have a tendency not to decompose very quickly. And if you put them into the soil where there's less oxygen, it's not completely out of oxygen, but there's less oxygen, those are going to decompose even slower. So it's best to start with material that's very dry. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting a mixture of our freshly ground compost with native soil that was originally from this trench. Yes, the bottom part, I should say, decomposes. It is going to sink a little bit. You could think about that with your own compost pile. Same with the hugel mound, is that once or twice a year you're going to add fresh compost to your mound. Bring it up about 3 to 4 or 6 inches to compensate for what is decomposed down below.
If you had to water it, you'll water it really deep.
I'd water it fairly deep. What I would do is I put a sprinkler here and let it run for an hour or so. It's small quantity, but just let it kind of focus on these areas here. That way it would go down. I don't want to put a lot of water all at once that will wash off. I want a small amount of water over time so it will percolate down.
I think we're done.
This is done. And then I'll dig another trench of 2 to 3 feet and then another trench.
So in the context of doing hugelkultur in smaller areas, smaller, homes, where we don't have the luxury of bigger gardens and backyards and stuff.
Yes.
This is a great way to go.
Yeah, this is a wonderful way to go. This is a freestanding hugel. On a containment like this, we usually have a short horizon of the container. We'll say 1 to 5 years. So we want things to decompose relatively quickly. Whereas something that's planted into the ground, you'll have 5 to 30 years. So you could plant much larger material in there that will last much, much longer. This one, we'll just go ahead and put this in here. And down at the bottom, make a nice square frame. And you can see it's a mixture of some leaves, just organic material, little small branches.
Okay.
Then again, I could go ahead and put a lot more of this material in there. And you can see there's a...
Oh, it's big sticks.
And what I think I might do right now is take a little bit of our organic compost that we already have produced, and we'll add a few shovelfuls of that into here. Do the process.
I think this is coming along nicely, Alan.
Yes, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
And so it's already got a nice shape.
Very sturdy as well. Yeah.
It's got a nice weight to it. So the compost on top, this is material that's ready to be planted in.
Okay.
It's full of nutrients. So that's pretty much it. And at this point, I'm going to grab a couple of my potato starts. And here's our seed potato.
All right.
We'll just put these in here. And they're already have some nice sprouts on them.
How are you going to water it, Alan?
Eventually, I'll have a sprinkler system set up
Okay.
that will water not only the whole bed,
Right.
but one of them will
Okay.
be attached to this bed as well. So
Okay.
it'll just, every couple of days, it'll turn on a little emitter of water,
Okay.
and I'll give it maybe 5 gallons of water every couple of
Okay.
days.
Okay.
That's it. We have, within a few months when these sprout, we'll have a nice bed of potatoes here.
Awesome.